Hey guys, welcome to my brand new booktube channel. My name is Nikki. Today I'm going to do a booktube newbie tag. I've never done one of these before, but I have been following YouTube and booktube specifically for quite some time now, and I see everyone doing it and it just seems super interesting to me, so I'm gonna get started. Okay, question number one. Why did you start this channel? I've been watching booktube for quite some time, like I said. I have some favorite booktubers that I'll mention later, but I've seen all these booktube tags. I've seen everybody talking about books. I have the majority of my shelves are because of booktube recommendations. So I just felt the need to purchase these books, read these books, and now I want to talk to people about these books. I don't have too many people in my family who read, especially the books that I like to read. So it is nice to have a community to talk to specifically about what I'm enjoying and people that have read the same thing as well. Just have some communication about those things is really exciting to me. Question two, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? I've seen so many incredible things on booktube, a lot of tags, a lot of really great vlogs, a lot of incredible ideas. I have some ideas, but obviously waiting to get to that until I feel more comfortable and more of my skills as they develop, that will happen. But for now, I really think that I can bring back passion and the love for some books that might have been off people's radars because they're older now, they're backlisted. The majority of my books back here are backlisted from like 2016 and up, just because I was getting so much information about great books from booktubers and realizing they've been out for quite some time and I've been sleeping under a rock. I feel that I can bring a lot of these backlist books back to people's attention and might be able to ignite some of the passion that older booktubers have been feeling about these books, but the fire has like gone out. I think I can bring some more books to people's radar. Things that people think have been run through and have experienced what they've experienced and been done with, but I really think that I can bring that back to the table. Question number three, what are you most excited for about this new channel? Community. I know that's such a cliche thing to say for people on booktube, but I really do. Like I said, I don't have a lot of people in my family who are readers, the things that I like to read. So I feel that I desire that. I really desire connection and desire people to have similar feelings about things. Even differing opinions about books is fine. Obviously, we're individuals and we have different desires and different things that we like, don't like, but I really want that conversation. I really desire that. So I think that's the one thing that I'm super, super excited about, is the fact that I'll be able to talk to people about what I love, and that's books. Question four, why do you love reading? I think this is also like a cliche answer. You can always say it transports you into like a different world and you love that. Yes, that is true. But I also really love the idea of the creativity behind the idea, behind these worlds that people are creating, behind these situations that people are creating, behind the thoughts of the thrillers and the horrors and all of these things that people have conjured up on their own. I think that's so fascinating. I also love reading because it's the hobby that you can take anywhere with you. You don't have to be anywhere specific in order to read. You can read literally anywhere you are, and there's just a comfort in knowing that I can take my books with me wherever I want and I can transport myself to any place, anytime, and get a different perspective on things, learn something new, or just escape. And I think that's something that's so unique and exciting about reading. Question number five, what book or series got you into reading? I have them put right here actually. I don't know if any of you have heard of the Mandy series. I read them. I don't even know where this is from or how long I've had it. I just remember reading, I don't even know how many books there are in this series. I know that there's so many. She just likes mysteries and she always finds herself in situations and predicaments where she has to rely on her wit to get her out of things. So I really remember reading a lot of these. I also read a lot of the Little House on the Prairie series. I found her so fascinating. The writing was captivating. I read those books. Gosh, I can't even tell you how many times I read those books. Those were like the bigger books that I remember reading right off the bat. And then the books I'm kind of embarrassed about, but like not really. American Girl series. I have Molly's right here. I got my American Girl doll when I was 10, I believe. And I remember reading the books and then those movies were coming out and I just found them to be so good and captivating. And I remember just reading through, finishing a series, moving to the next girl's series, going back and reading my favorites, and just learning a lot about more world stuff. Those are some that I really, really enjoyed growing up. Question Question 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? A few of my favorite booktubers are Jackie Wheeler with her booktube Jacqueline. I absolutely love her to death. She's an amazing person. She's genuine, she's sweet, she's caring. She has a really, really big heart. And I think for her, I would ask her if my spare room is ready to come visit. When that's possible, I would love to come visit you and meet you in real life. Another booktuber I'm obsessed with is Gwendolyn, or Gwen, from her channel Gwendolyn Kessinger. I adore her as well. Same thing, she's absolutely amazing. She's sweet, she's caring, she's thoughtful. She's also genuine. I just find that if you can watch people's videos and meet them in real life and you find that you're looking at them on screen, it's such a unique, positive experience that I hope is the same with me and my channel going forward. For them, I would just continue to ask them to like keep including me in their conversations and to continue helping me. They helped a lot with the encouraging aspect of me starting my own channel, of me figuring out ideas I'd like to do, giving me their own tips and tricks of things that they have found to be helpful, not helpful, avoid things, do things. I've asked them so many questions already, so I just think I would like to just give them a shout out and let them know that I appreciate them so much. They're seriously some of the good people out there. Question 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Just my nervousness and my anxiousness about how I'm perceived and how I want people to view me and see me as genuine and as I truly am in real life. But I think that would probably be the thing that I'm the most nervous about. Other challenges would just be time management for me personally. I act like I'm a very busy person, but I'm really not. I just have a really hard time balancing things. That's something that I think will be a challenge, but I'm not worried about committing to it, if that makes sense. Question 8. When did you start reading? I would like to say that I started reading around 3 or 4. I'll have to double check that information. I remember being better at reading than most of the kids that I was with in kindergarten / preschool. I'm not even really sure when I actually officially started reading, but I remember reading extremely young and just reading picture books, the Berenstain Bears. I read so many of the Berenstain Bears. I read Papa Chuck books. I don't even know if you guys even know what those are. I read a lot of those books and they really helped cultivate a passion for reading in me, and I just remember reading so much. Going to the library was something I really loved. I'd get like 15 books at a time. Read all of those. I read Amelia Bedelia. I read Junie B. Jones. Just books that I remember devouring, and that really sparked passion for reading in me. Question 9. Where do you read? So right now we're in my book room. I'm not showing you the ground because it's a disaster. Maybe sometime I'll show you guys around. But right now I'm in my reading room. This is where I do some of my reading. I really like to read downstairs on the couch, in bed, on my Kindle. I really read a lot downstairs on my couch, mainly because I have a 1.5-year-old husky shepherd who doesn't really let me veer off too far for long periods of time. He really likes to be the center of attention, which is totally fine. I love him to death, but I don't really get a lot of alone time to read where I'd like to read, which is totally fine. I read where I can read, when I can read, and sometimes that's at work, in the car, at a stoplight. Audiobooks are my best friend. That's where I like to read, which is pretty much everywhere. Question 10. What kind of books do you like to read? That's a harder question for me, mainly because I started reading again heavily November, December time of 2019. Up until that point, I was like in a reading slump for, gosh, I don't even know how long. Maybe I'd read 1 or 2 books a year. Right now, I am pretty sure I am at 70 something books for the year. My goal was 25 and I kept bumping it up, obviously. I really love reading historical fiction, romance-ish kind of. I'm still trying to figure out tropes and things that I enjoy / don't enjoy. I really love contemporary. Contemporary is a pretty easy thing for me to get into, same as thrillers. I really love hard-hitting contemporary. I also really love memoirs, as long as they're about people I have a general interest in already. I can't just pick up a book about somebody I don't care about or want to know more about and think it's the best book I've ever read. I will say I'm not really much of a series reader. I'm really trying to get better about that. I'm just a mood reader. For example, I have been trying to read the Court of Thorns and Roses series for probably 4 months, and there's not that many books. There's 4 books, well, 3 including the novella. Guys, it's challenging, okay? challenging. I also started the Outlander series. Don't come at me, that's a conversation for another time, but I'm only on book 4 for that, and I have to restart book 4. I think I'm 27 pages in the book, and I started it 3 months ago, so obviously that's not good. One series I will say that I am addicted to currently is the Illuminae files. I read Illuminae with my best friend, Shelby, at her Instagram, Shelby's Shelf. She and I buddy read Illuminae and we're obsessed. We paired it with reading it along with the audiobook, and it was an amazing experience. I don't know if you guys know anything about Illuminae. It's by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. They are absolutely incredible together. Could they write a horrible book? I'm not sure. We are currently waiting for Shelby to get her physical copy or ebook copy from her library before we start Gemina, which we're jazzed about. So hopefully by the end of the week we can start doing that. But that's the first glimpse, I think, of sci-fi that I've gotten, and I'm obsessed with it. So that's great. Essentially what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that I am into a lot of books, but I'm still trying to work through what makes me tick as a reader. I'm trying to find where I fit with genres and authors and things like that. So I'm really trying to still figure that out and iron out the details of that. But as of right now, I'm just absorbing everything. I take recommendations from literally everyone. I borrow books from the library. I get Audible account credits and I listen to audiobooks. I am just trying to figure out where I belong in the book realm and what I really love. If you have any suggestions for me, please put them down below in the comments. I would love to accept any genre, any idea, any suggestion you have. And I think that pretty much covers it. If you have any other questions you'd like me to answer, please put them in the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I hope to be back real soon with my next video. Thanks, guys!